fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down when the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top on the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I get back up.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Here we go from Heinz Field as Chris Boswell tees it up and boots it away.
Go, fellas. There you go. Watch 52. 52 the mic. Watch the slap. Watch the 52.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. He'll have a first down past the 40. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 75 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Come on now, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Red, 90, wolf. Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know. Ready.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. Gurley's got the first down and then some. A big run there by Gurley. 48 yards. Well, partner, Gurley came on the scene in 2015 NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year. It's been all systems go from game one.
And they talked about easing him into the lineup, and that's really what they did. But once they got him in, they couldn't get him out. They had to feed him the ball more and more, and it's because of these types of runs. He just breaks defenses down with his power and his physicality.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Check 99, check 99. Hey, let's go.
Gurley again here on first down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Come on, D. Ready.
2nd and 10. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1.
Hey, watch Watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's go.
They'll set up to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. Nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Now Pollard. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Brings up second and 12 at the 43-yard line.
Prescott, a quick throw caught by Cooper. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 34-yard line. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Throwing. Prescott. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. They'll run with Elliott. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. A tale of 2 extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. This is caught. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. 54. Cross the screen.
2nd and 13. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Lawrence able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Off the edge, it's Tyrone Crawford with a sack. Here's Jordan Berry now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And not the result they were hoping for there, at least in terms of the kick. As that'll get out of bounds at just the 35-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
He's going to fire one deep, and that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 37 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Looking left side, he's got it complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's hit on his first 9 passes now in the ball game. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And it's now 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Hey, let's get this. Tight dog. Save. Showing it. Go! Motion backfield. Mike's 54. Ready.
They'll drop the throw. And that will be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Here we go. 52. Take me 47. Mike 52. I'm scared. 52.
Prescott from the gun. Flushed out right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And Jennings has it. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Prescott now. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A big play there. 56 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Tavecchio good on the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, well, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Not wanting to take a chance this time. They'll keep it on the ground. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. On third down. He'll drop to throw. He's going to launch it for Washington. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40.
Nice kick.
Intercepted by the Cowboys. They'll take over first and
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
Mike, 55. Check.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack.
60 outlaw. Squeeze, get in there. Hold this. Shoot.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Able to get away. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us. But I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense.
Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 74 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio, and the lead will swell by one more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Tackled there by Leighton Vander Esch.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
They're going to look to throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. A gain of 22. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Second and a yard at the 42-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Here we go. Set. 10-2 stop. Protein spill. Put up.
Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start.
Back to you. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Go.
He don't want it.
Right there. Smoke. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike. Crunch time, defense.
Hey, watch Sam. Watch Sam. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Ready.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Complete to Washington. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Talking about it and bring it. Protein spill. Check it out, read. Set. 54. Ready.
Now it's Gurley. An agile move, but not a huge gain. Dropped at the 25. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Back now in Pittsburgh. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And the Steelers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. That's going to set them back 5 yards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Defense, let's get out the field. Defense. Ready, go.
Check 37.
Yep. If you kill it, motion me out. 55's Mike, guys. 55. Zoom, fellas. Let's go. Mike. Set hot.
False start there. That will set the offense back 5 yards.
Brandon, the lineman certainly flinched there before the snap. A good call.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long.
Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Wahoo! Check 55 to Mike. Yep. Check 55 to Mike. Here we go, here we go. Ready, go.
They'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Shoot! Watch the shoot!
49, check 49, check 49.
Alpha. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Ready. You ready? You ready? Let's go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Going deep to the end zone for Juju. And this is going to be incomplete. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Here's Elliott. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Prescott. Dancing to his left. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Get in the weight room, Get in the weight room.
Now Prescott. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Now Elliott. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough 3rd down. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Looking to throw. Prescott. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Touchdown, Dallas.
Tavecchio to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Charlie. Mike spot 4. You don't want nothing.
2nd and 3. And he will go Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Lawrence. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the...
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence. Thank goodness. That means this next drive is going to begin 1st and goal already at the 5-yard line. So this one fairly well in the bag as they take over with a 1st and goal. And they will take a knee here. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
3 down, 3 down.
And they'll indeed take a knee. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Dallas, you can't ask for a better start as they pitch a shutout here in the opener. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile...